Hello, we are live. We are here with the Laeno family, and here's Christian, Nicole, Linda.
We are
myself,
live
Noel.
with
What is this
Live,
podcast
Laugh,
called,
Laeno.
Dad?
This is called the Laeno.
No, you don't even know the title. Live,
that?
Love, Laeno podcast.
Oh,
Live,
Live, Love, Laeno podcast.
I thought it was Live,
Welcome
Laugh,
to-
Laeno.
I think it's love.
No, it's definitely love.
Yeah, live, love, Laeno.
Welcome to the second episode, you guys.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're doing it again, you guys. And they told me how to be really close to the mic like this.
I don't think that's like really
Not
close,
that
like a
close.
little
What?
uncomfortable.
Honey, don't put your lips on the mic.
What'd you?
It's very unsanitary.
Like a thumb away from the mic.
yeah.
Okay, well, today we are going to be talking about friendships, relationships, surrounding ourselves with positive people, protecting our peace.
Let's preach. Protect your peace,
Yeah.
people.
And I also asked our Instagram at the Laeno Family, if you don't follow already, to send us in some confessions or just things you guys want advice on. So we're just gonna be chatting today, and hopefully
Oh, did we?
say some good stuff. Yeah, I posted it this
Yeah,
morning.
she
cool.
posted
Just
it.
like an hour ago.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so where should we start
Gonna
off?
be
How
all-
do we protect our peace and make sure to surround ourselves with a good circle of people?
That's right. Nobody disturbing the peace.
I think you should start, Nicole, because you're in high school.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like I have a lot to say about this topic.
Oh wow.
Because it's different when you're in and out of high school.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like I've just gone through a lot of different friendships, a lot of different friend groups, and I've just like learned so much about just the people around me, the people I want to surround myself with. And I mean, I have like a few different stories, but I feel like
Yeah,
mainly it's
pick
just okay. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone.
Tell us a story.
Okay, so I had this friend, and we were really close. I considered her my best friend. Our families were close. It was a friendship of many years, too. But I think around, like, middle school, we just got to this point where there's a lot of negativity in the friendship. And I feel like every time I would hang out with her, I would have more, like, of a bad time than a good time.
There's
So
just
it's,
an,
like...
just an influence of negative energy.
Exactly. So it's like, are they putting more happiness or harm in my life? So I had to really consider this friendship. It kind of just like over the years as we grew up and like, I don't know, developed more, it was like our personalities weren't, I don't know.
You guys were like turning into different people.
Exactly.
And that's
going
okay.
down our different paths. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's a lot of my friendships. We just go down different paths and you grow apart. But for this one specifically, I just realized there was a lot of negativity and like I didn't want to be around that because when there's negative energy around you, you start to think or talk or act like that too. And I was like, I don't want to be around that. So decided to
Cut ties for
you
a
know,
little
cut
while.
ties for a little while. And it's actually cool though because I reconnected with this person like last week and it was really refreshing. But it was like a couple years apart. And I think we needed like time away just to like really find ourselves and know the people we wanted to be around. And I think we're both in
Better
I think
place.
we're both in a lot better place.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
especially like your age. Like I feel like just because you've known somebody for so long doesn't
Right.
mean you have to stay friends with them.
See, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we've been friends for so long. I can't,
just let her go.
yeah, because
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of those years of memories and
Yeah, but
everything we
sometimes you
created.
have to take a step from each other to grow for yourself.
Oh wow.
Like, right? Like you have to, I don't know, almost find yourself without people in your life.
yeah, and that's
sure, yeah.
exactly what we did. And I feel like we're both like so much happier and
Yeah.
just a lighter presence and
Yeah, but that's
we
like really important for kids. I feel like for their age and their mental health is that they do have to like protect their peace and they do have to surround themselves with people that like uplift them and
Right.
not bring them down.
Make them better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that actually will keep happening for
The rest,
The
of,
rest
your
of your
life.
life.
Yep.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I'm like glad I've been through so many friendships, like not even just with that person, but like friend groups and just on so many I could think of, and they
Yeah.
were all for different reasons, but mainly like we just went different ways and we were supposed to not be in each other's lives anymore.
yeah, and then you like come
For
For the
back to
time
each
being,
other.
yeah.
I have something to say. There are people meant to stay in your life, and there are people meant to be there for a small amount of time, but they leave. They're not supposed to be there forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can
It's
come
like-
back, but
Like,
Yeah, and if
they
they
were there
come-
for a reason, but also them leaving was
yeah,
for a
like
good
they
reason
were
too.
meant to be there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, even if it was for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like a blessing for both of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Just like this time apart, it's like, you know, it's time for you guys to like grow, kind of like find each other. I mean, find
Ourselves
your
without
own
each other.
path
Right,
without-
exactly. 100%.
without each other, and then you know, if it was really meant to be, then
Yeah.
then you guys will come back or
Yeah.
be friends again.
Right.
But you'll never know.
Exactly. It's just
I
how
think
life
I think
is
it was
supposed to be,
important
how
the
life goes.
concept of just weighing your pros and cons, which is the
Right.
most important thing. Is
Yeah.
you know, is if you have a friend that's not really doing you any good, you got to see if it's worth
Yeah.
keeping them
Yeah, is it
around.
worth it?
Why are you keeping them around?
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
why? Because they've been there for so long. Like, is that the
Right.
only
Yeah.
reason?
Yeah, because I know people. You know, like you call them your best friend just because they've been around for so long, but they don't really treat you like a best friend. It's like, in my opinion, it's
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like a one-sided friendship, maybe.
exactly. Yeah, it could
Maybe
be that
sometimes
case.
because
Effort.
it's hard too,
That's a good
because maybe that's the only people in their life at that time.
And they don't want to be alone, maybe.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
maybe
they
it's
some
want to
people
fear
are
of
different
being
too,
lonely,
and sometimes they
so-
like that dependency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Even if
yeah.
it's, or if it could be toxic.
Yeah, it
It's,
just
not,
depends
it's
on.
like any relationship. It doesn't have to be friends. It got to be like maybe if
A
it's like a
boyfriend
boyfriend
or
or
a
a girlfriend.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't want to let them go because you
don't wanna
it's
be
just
alone.
that fear of being alone.
And like not having anyone that you
Right.
can call.
Yeah, but then they're
That best friend.
doing more
That's a
damage.
big Gen Z thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like learned, and this is, you know, I'm a lot older than you guys, but I'm still learning to this day how to protect my peace. And it's like a big thing is like that, like really, like that I really go by is that when you hang out with people, how do they make you feel after? Like, do you?
I remember
feel,
when you told me that, Mom.
Yeah, like.
and then
do
I
you-
cut someone off. Like,
It was like
My
the
mom
next
said you
day.
got to go.
I gotta protect my peace.
Yeah. My mom said I can't kick it with you no more.
No, but really though, right? It's all about energy right now. And if they are coming into your life and they're giving you energy that is so bad and so
Bad energy, yeah.
toxic and so draining, it's like, and it's over and over again, right? Then
Yeah.
it's like you have to listen to that, and you're just like, ew, like
Yeah.
that feels so icky after I see them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, is that what you want? Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that the type of energy you want to keep having in your life?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
again, it's like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing for me is as you get older, like you really, really do try to stay away from like gossip.
Yeah.
And like, you know, a little
Just
tea is
bad
good for the
energy.
soul.
A
A little,
Well, gossip is good.
yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Harmless
it's
gossip.
actually, they saw. I learned in psychology that like majority of human conversation is gossip.
Yeah, but it's like what type though, right?
Is it good gossip?
Is
or-
it- is
Well, I mean,
Is
gossip
gossip
in
ever
general,
good, though?
talking about another person.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could talk about how I didn't like your dad's hoodie the other day or something, but that's
Yeah, it's talking about.
but that's harmless, you know?
Yeah, but you know, it's gossip.
Yeah, but like my example would be
Like
like,
toxic gossip.
let's say someone's talking about their friends, right? And they're just like their house is ugly, or they're you know, they're just knocking them for everything, right? Like
Yeah.
I barely want
Just
to be
putting them
friends
down.
with them, and just saying like nasty things
yeah,
about
talking
them,
really
and I'm
bad
like,
about
why
them.
are you friends with them? And then you see them with that person the next day, and
like,
they're
"Hey,
like,
oh my God."
you're like, yeah, and then,
those
yeah, and then they're like,
two-faced.
oh my
So
God, you're
fake.
like my family. I love you
Yeah.
so
I love
much, and I'm like,
you.
dang.
I hate your guts.
Then
Like,
then
behind
you're
your
like, what did they say about me?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're talking all this about supposedly family, and
Yeah, those
you
are
know,
the people
like,
you gotta watch.
that's
That was,
yeah.
that was a big eye opener when you told me. You were like, just like if he's telling you all this stuff, just imagine how much he's saying about you.
Oh man.
yeah.
You think you're special? You're not.
right?
Yeah.
No one's special.
I know.
No one cares about you.
he's not talking
Trust
about me like
nobody.
that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like
you can't be naive like that because
Yeah.
if he's doing it to someone else, then
It's so
He's doing
true.
it to you.
You'll
Yeah.
never be special.
yeah, but then if you're you'll never be still.
Bro.
Joking. That's why you find your
Yeah.
best friends and you go to your family.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'd rather
family's
have two
special.
really good ones that like root for each
100%.
other and like not
just
talk
got your back. Yeah.
like bad
Yeah.
about people
Yeah.
than like 10 of them that are just like, ugh.
See, that's where I've
draining me.
learned quality over quantity. It's like friendships. Like I don't want to be friends with like 20 fake
Yeah.
girls.
Just
I'd rather
want
just have my
two people who
Two,
you know,
like,
small
core
little
ones
circle.
who'll be
No,
there when
there's
I need 'em.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
small
Got your
circle
back.
at all.
No,
when something
like,
happens because
no.
life
I
always
mean,
happens.
you guys are my circle, really.
Yeah.
Like I call you guys for everything,
Yeah,
but
me too.
yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
she
are kind of
does.
solid though.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why like family is important. I think a good core is really really good, and then I think that's how you learn how to like pick and choose your friends, right? It's like if you have a good family base, and
Find the qualities here.
yeah,
and then
then
search for them.
hopefully, and it'll go out to
Yeah.
the outside world. But
That's
then it's
good.
hard too, right? Because what if you don't have that kind of family?
Well, or what if your family is the toxic ones and your
yeah.
friends are the ones? So I don't know if it
That's
really.
all-
Oh,
I've
it
seen
goes
that
both
so
ways.
much.
Yeah. That's so
I've
true.
seen
Yeah.
that so
Yeah,
much.
so I don't know if it
Oh,
really
man.
applies
Like a bad
to like
home life, but like your friends are like
you're
there
solid,
for you.
right?
Right.
Solid.
See,
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
know someone that's like their friends are their family.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, like they don't go home and talk to
Oh.
their actual family. They go out to their
Yeah.
friends.
Sure,
Right.
And that's
sure.
who they go to.
So it's like I don't think it should apply to like find your family core. It
Right.
should just
Yeah,
find
no.
your
Like,
people
find your
Find your
people.
core.
in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Like find your good energy.
that's a good
If
point.
it's within your family, great. If it's within
Yeah.
your friends, great. But find that good energy.
yeah.
Yeah, I take it back then. So.
Don't listen to my dad.
Don't listen to me.
I know what you're trying to say though, honey.
Yeah, that was good.
I think your core is gonna be.
It's a little too close.
Now
like
Dad's gonna
right
be the
here.
loudest one in this one.
I know. Yeah, find your core. It could be your family, your
Okay,
friends,
Dad, we just
whatever they said.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's good. Well,
I feel like we touched on
yeah.
everything.
I know
Yeah.
that's like
Do you guys have any other stories? Like,
Well, I think
oh,
no,
here we go.
my group of friends that I've been with
Yeah.
since like I don't know since we're
Middle
talking about
school,
like
elementary
Third
Yeah,
grade.
elementary
Ever
school.
since you've been
Yeah.
in.
yeah third. I mean like
See,
you know
that's so
my best
rare.
friend is like
That's
you
really
know, from
rare,
the third
though.
grade and
That's what
then,
I'm saying. You don't find that.
no.
and then we have this group of friends like I don't know maybe it's like 10 of us and
They've
we've
been
just
friends since,
They're so
Elementary
cool
school.
too.
Yeah.
and then now all of our families hang out. Like that is so rare.
Don't,
It's
see,
so
that's
cool.
that's our family.
yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
No, that's our
Right.
that's our family, and that's his friends' kids. Like we consider them as like it's your
Nieces and
cousins
nephews,
and
yeah.
Right. Yeah. We
Like-
call them
Right.
cousins because
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I mean, I've been very fortunate enough to
Yeah.
have a group of friends that
Stay-
I
has
know
stayed
that
this
No, it's-
long.
yeah.
that got my back, and it's just
Yeah.
good energy. I mean, there's people that came and went into the group, but then we knew they weren't right for the group. That's why they're not here anymore.
Ooh.
So it's,
Nice, that's good.
But then it's always been like the same core of people that's been hanging out, birthday parties,
Yeah.
like
we
vacations
go on
that we
trips
just had.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. So
everyone
know,
is just good vibes.
it's very good vibes.
No one talks about each other.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
just like-
after
No
the
one-
trip, we're like, oh my gosh, what a good
I know.
vacation.
Just reminisce.
We
Energy
had so much
feels-
fun. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it's like, we can't wait to do that again.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everybody
You're
made
excited
each
to
other
look
feel
forward
so
to.
good.
We see each other
It was
only
good
like
times, yeah.
once every 3 months, 3 to 6 months, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, like that. But now it's like
Now it's been
pretty
a little
often.
bit
Pretty
more
often
recent
now.
See them
Yeah,
like-
so, I
awesome.
mean, like today we're gonna go see him. At
Yeah,
the
we're
park,
actually gonna
so
see
it's-
them
I know,
after
yeah.
this.
right after this podcast.
yeah, so
Yeah, it's a good point.
yeah,
Yeah.
very fortunate, very
Yeah,
fortunate
but that's
to have that kind
so rare.
It
Yeah.
is.
That's so rare, babe.
yeah.
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 Like, I don't really know.
I always
Anyone
grew
else?
up chasing what Dad had, but I was like, I was
Yeah.
always going through. I had a best friend every year.
Yeah.
See, but that's the dangerous
It's
part
hard,
is
yeah.
like wanting something and then
Yeah.
like settling. And then, like you want friendships like that so bad that you're willing to hang out with people that aren't very kind.
You're willing to, yeah,
And,
exactly.
and so, but then
And
you
that
learn
was-
that.
And that was what I went through growing up.
Yeah.
My mom always told me, she was like, I want you to hang out with people who want to hang out with you. And I always wanted to hang out with the kids that I thought would make me look cooler if I was hanging out with them.
Yeah,
And
and that's very real.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
That's-
think I don't think you're the only person that goes through that.
Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah.
it's a kind
I
of
mean,
like
I
a
went through
common
that
thing.
growing
Yeah.
up too. I was
Yeah.
chasing popular kids, and it's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
when you do that, you
I did that sophomore
you
year.
feel very little.
Right.
You feel very little because they're not trying to make you feel good about anything.
And
Yeah.
like the whole time you're just trying to fit in and be like them, and it's
And-
not even
yeah.
you're not acting like yourself.
And you are not yourself.
You know
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
so,
think that's a good. Sorry,
no, I don't even know what I was saying. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask like what makes a good friend because I think I saw that question.
Loyalty.
So yeah,
I mean, it's hard to find loyalty. Come on, let's keep
It
it,
is
real
hard
though.
to find loyalty, yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody really loyal to me. That's
Uh-huh.
not you guys.
Right.
Like I don't really have. I mean,
There's levels of loyalty.
Yeah.
There's levels.
The level
Yeah.
of loyalty that we have for each other is not going. That'd be ridiculous if someone had
It's
that.
like that.
That'd be ridiculous.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, loyalty, like meaning like I'll do anything for you, like just being there.
Well, I don't know. Like I
How-
have.
define loyalty.
Like I have.
Having your back, not
yeah.
ever gonna stab you back. You got
Yeah.
trust in them that
You,
Right.
you know
they
that
would
they're
do
not
nothing
talking
to
about.
jeopardize your relationship
you.
with them.
right.
Like I have this one friend, shout out to that one friend. And I know that like if I was mad at somebody or I didn't like somebody, she'd be like, I don't like that person too. Like that's like a
That's what I'm
fun
saying.
loyalty,
Like that's
right?
what I want.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, oh, but she's not trying to like hang out with that person or talk to that person because she knows I'm not down with that person.
And
So
like that's what I'm saying. Like I grew up on that, and like I respect that. Like that's how I.
100%.
yeah, I mean, unless they were like super super close or something like that. But if they weren't that close, it's like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
So the moral of the
What-
story is quality over quantity.
Yeah. So what's a good friend? Like.
Oh, is
so,
that the
like-
question?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the question.
Oh, yeah.
What makes up a good friend? It's like,
Good energy.
Yeah, it's just that's
More help than harm, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Are they-
Loyal.
See, that's the question I always would tell the kids. Are they more helpful or are they more harmful to
Yeah.
the
Right.
situation? And
Someone
then,
would it be someone that makes you better?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, right.
Someone that makes you better. Yeah.
Makes you better.
That's ideal, right?
Just like bring you up, not bring you down.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I like that my closest friends, like I know that if I went to them, that they can put a smile on my face if I don't, even if I can't get myself to.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
that's a good one
Like,
too.
or like even if I'm not sad and like I'm having a great time, it's like the best time ever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, I just want
chilling-
to have fun.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
you want to be
like s-
happy.
Like with Sky and Colin, I just laugh the hardest that I'm not able to
Sure.
laugh with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's
well,
something
here's
that
one.
I'm not able to experience
Yeah.
without them.
When you're just yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you can just be yourself around
Right.
somebody, like that's rare. Come
I
on.
think that's
like
it,
that's
yeah.
so
yeah,
rare.
like the
When you-
comfortability.
When you can
Yes.
feel like yourself and not feel
Yeah.
judged.
I
and
agree.
right?
Just laugh about
and
it.
know that they're not going to talk about you the next day or, you just want to feel like,
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
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 Like you can say all your crazy jokes and nobody will.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
Judge
make
you.
fun of you, but
But to your face.
yeah.
But only we
to
get
your
to do
face.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Not behind your back.
Okay. Well, anyways, we just want everybody to like protect their own peace and surround themselves with people that like are authentic and that like truly like are there for you.
Yeah.
And it'll just make your life a lot happier.
So much better.
Yeah. So if someone's making you feel bad every single time you hang out with them, it's like just pay attention to it and,
Yeah.
protect your
Your
Yeah.
peace.
protect your peace.
Protect your heart.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe something a little lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of deep. And I was like,
Okay, well, there were
What do
some
we got?
questions that are asking advice about friends. So do we want to like
Oh,
maybe?
okay.
oh, just like.
Oh, yeah, sure.
like,
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
I
let's
mean,
We'll
do
just
it.
start
like
talking about it.
Yeah, we'll dig.
We'll ease out of it.
Yeah.
ease into
Okay.
the fun stuff.
Maybe put some
Okay.
jokes in there, honey.
How can you handle two of your friends that don't like each other?
Oh.
So like,
That means you have to like kick it with them like in separate days. And
that's what I was
different
thinking,
times.
right?
How do you handle two friends that don't like each other?
Are
That's
they
fun.
equally close? Like, is like I'm A and there's B and C. Am I equally close to B and C?
Let's say yes.
Just say yes.
Let's say yes.
yeah, but then B and C don't like each other.
Oh.
So what do you do?
Yeah, how do you?
Wait, but
Huh?
like, okay.
Would you divide your time?
Like, do you want to hang out with both of them at the same
I
time?
don't know. Instagram's not giving me that much context because they can only type so many
Yeah.
words. In
I'd
the
say
box.
Yeah. Well, I feel as though like my initial like thing I would try to do is like somehow bring them together, and
Oh,
that's doesn't always work.
That's a horrible.
Yeah.
That's,
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
worst idea.
no, no.
They
But that
already
Christian
hate each
automatically
other.
said no.
Yeah.
See, but that's
Oh, sorry.
no, like I say that because that's what I've always done, and knowing what I know now.
Oh, you're the peacemaker.
Yeah, I try to be the peacemaker, but the peacemaker, what happens to that person is their energy just gets sucked, and they're never going to be right because it's either going to be one person. It's either going to be B or C.
Right.
Yeah. So I would say like just try to stay out of it and hang out with them at different times.
I think so too. That's your safest
I'd say
bet.
keep them away from each other, and if they have to be next to each other, like, right now I'm thinking about and me.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. You
yeah.
just-
Okay, I'll
just-
bleep the
just
name.
say- Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of my best friend and then another friend of his who we all went to the same high school each other. So him and I saw each other and we didn't like each other for good reasons. I think we just always weren't that respectful to each other. But then it came to a point where I was starting to get close with and he was already friends with. But just for it was like make sure that we both knew to just mutually respect each other when we were around each other. For of course, and,
Yeah.
not open
Just to
our
be
mouths.
civil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay,
just
all right. So stay away from each
keep
other.
them away from each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, keep them on.
Okay.
Keep them away from each other and ask them to respect each other
Mm-hmm.
in front of you.
What if they like become friends and then they're the one, then they don't
Then
like
they
you?
get
They just
closer.
gang up on you.
I've seen that situation,
Yeah.
and like I've seen it on TikTok too. They're like, I brought my friends together, and then now they're closer than I was to them.
Oh man.
That's painful.
I know. It's pretty tough. Okay, we should do like relationship stuff. Okay.
Okay.
How to get over a boy or a girl? Just
wow.
like you break up and
Complete
then how to
change.
get over them.
Well,
Well,
it could be
we're in,
how
like,
do you
relationships,
get over a
friendships.
friend too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or
you
just
just-
like
yeah.
someone
Okay, good. This okay
like a
because I hadn't
breakup
thought about
happened.
this.
It could be your friend.
I was
your
gonna
I
s-
feel
boyfriend,
like
your
it's
girlfriend.
different though.
I was gonna say in
Yeah.
any relationship, when someone does something to you, or if you do, like, I think it's very important to understand your worth and know when to walk away, or understand when you have to do something about a situation, like losing a friend or losing a significant other. If let's say this person cheated on you, you gotta know your self-worth and be able to walk away from that, and
Yeah.
that's the simple one. Just be able
Yeah.
to know that you deserve better than that.
Yeah. That's hard to know in the time though.
It is, yeah. It's hard to think
Yeah.
rationally and.
Well, I mean, it's too different for me. Like when I go through a breakup with a friend, which usually it's just me knowing that like I don't want to hang out with this person anymore. It's kind of like there's little signs throughout the years where I'm just like, oh, they're a little toxic to me. And then there's one thing that they'll do, and then after they do that, I'll know in my head, I'm like, that was the last time I'm ever gonna hang out with you. Like I'll just know at
Yeah.
that point that
Yeah. Me and mom
that's-
are wired the same.
that's it.
Just like that.
And then yeah, no, but it's been an accumulation. It's just
Mm-hmm.
It
that-
like
Yeah.
builds up over
It
time,
builds
and
up.
then
Builds
that
up.
last cherry on top.
Yes.
It's like
It builds
okay,
up.
Yeah,
But we don't
and then-
say anything.
yeah, and then yep, and then it's just like,
What, you just ghost them?
well, I'll still like text them this and that, but pretty much like I'm
you
not
just try to stay
available.
away?
I'm not as available
Well, it's
anymore
just
or at all.
Right.
Just you
Yeah.
don't give them as much of your time.
Because then it's like I'm just protecting me now.
How do you
But
deal with losing
yeah.
a friend? Okay.
But for a breakup, it's been a while with a guy.
I'd hope so.
but I feel like when you go through a breakup, you have to feel your emotions though. Like
You
you
do.
have to you can't just pretend it didn't happen. Like if you're really sad, you have to feel it. Like you have to allow yourself to feel.
Yeah, I
The
feel
first
like a
step
lot
is
of people
acceptance.
people are like, oh, distract yourself, like do things that
Yeah.
make you won't think of it. But then I think the first step is to think of it, right?
I think the
I've
first
never
step
really
is
been
to
through a
think
bad
of it.
breakup, but
Yeah.
Process your emotions and base your actions upon that.
Yeah, so that way you don't it doesn't just erupt
yeah, it does. You just,
later on.
you're in a
just
volcano
out
of
you're
nowhere.
just gonna blow up.
Let's hear what Dad has to say about breakups.
Well, it's when you lose something, what do? You replace it. with something. So
You either fix it or you replace it.
just replace. I mean, like that's like the best way, or not,
Rebound.
Wow.
it's not a rebound.
just like that.
That's not what he told me.
You know what's gonna happen when I die?
That's not what he told me
you
after
lose
my
something,
first
you
breakup.
replace it. That was crazy, Dad. Okay, here you elaborate, and we'll see if your point's actually valid.
I mean, because you're so used to that person being there, and so that you need to fill that void. And in order to
Okay,
fill that
this is-
void, there has to be
you have to-
something there to replace it.
Is
Like
that healthy though?
another
I don't
woman?
think that's healthy.
What?
So
Okay, I think his words conveyed something different. I think he's just saying that when you break apart like that, the attachments that you have on that person need to be filled in some other way. There needs to be
Right.
compensation,
I
such
mean, it
as
doesn't, when you replace it, it doesn't have to be like another boyfriend or another.
It's not
girlfriend.
that.
It
It's
could
like-
be another.
no, yeah, but
Like
that's
a
how it
hobby
came
or
across.
like
Just surround yourself.
instead of thinking about them all the time, you start giving yourself some time for like a peace of mind, or like start thinking about
so
self-improvement.
maybe what you're saying is like go to people like your
Yeah,
friends.
it could be like
and-
something. It doesn't have to be. You're not replacing it. Let's say if you broke up with your girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm not saying
It's a
go get
metaphor.
another boy or another girl.
Right
You
here,
could be like,
right here.
okay, replace something. Replace it
Not
with,
really, yeah.
with something else that'll occupy your time. Like, it could be like a
so
hobby. Or,
Okay.
Okay.
The way you
or
said it,
something.
it was really
it was
funny.
a metaphor.
I know.
When you lose
Yeah.
it, you replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
replace it
geez,
with
okay.
not necessarily the
No,
same.
it was perfect
boyfriend
though,
or
how he
girlfriend,
said
but
it.
then replace it with something else that'll Make you feel
You know, when
better.
you lose something, you replace
No, I
it.
like it. I like
What do
how
you
he
do?
asked us. He was like, "So when you lose something, what do you do?"
You replace it.
You
Some
replace
question.
it.
Yeah.
That was so good. Okay, yeah,
well,
I
I'm glad
see
that's
that.
what you meant.
What are you like
Yeah.
talking about? That's what you do with me.
I know. It's like,
Okay, we
When
kind
I
of touched on
die.
it, but like, people are asking, how do you cut a toxic friend off? Because
Oh, I think we
they
already talked about
recognize that the friend is toxic, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't know really how to like
cut it
really
off,
cut
cut
ties.
I know, do you do cold
I've done
turkey
it a
or-
bunch. So I,
Cold
can,
Like ghost.
Yeah, like what's the best way in your guys' opinion?
I mean, I've done a couple ways.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear that.
I mean, ghosting is probably not the best because then you'll feel bad later on.
Feel guilty.
Like you'll feel guilt, like for not at least easing the ghost, if that makes sense. Like
or giving them closure.
no, you don't have to give them closure if you don't want to. That's
Okay.
not your responsibility. If you don't want to hang out with that person anymore, that's not your responsibility to let them know why.
Yeah.
But you know, there was this one time where I had this one friend that actually made me, feel bad about myself. Like, kind of, she was better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like that she thought that,
I know
like.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That like and so when I hung out with her, she would constantly make little comments about, how
Like
she was pretty much she was a higher
Higher class?
higher class than me. And that
It was like
that
a privilege
like
for you to be in her house.
yeah. And that like, oh, one day you'll get there, Linda, one day. And one day
She
I was
like
just,
belittled you. huh?
yes. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. That's
Absolutely
terrible.
not. And she was like, 10 years older than me and that has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that like it doesn't matter how old they are, they can make you feel bad, like if they're younger or older.
Right.
But I was like, okay, so I completely ghosted her, like completely, to the point where she was calling me all the time, and I just would not answer.
what did I
I
do?
actually even saw her randomly one time when we were out.
We all did.
And we all did, and we just kind of like, and then we just ducked and ran. But so that's a form of
said hi to the
ghosting that
kids.
like I wouldn't recommend, but I needed to do that at that time for myself. And so, but now I always looked back and I felt guilty for not like
Confronting.
saying something or easing into it. But in the end, I knew that I didn't want to be friends with her anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can go back, what would you?
Oh yeah. Would you do
Well,
something
would you-
differently?
Fast forward now, the recent person I stopped hanging out with, possibly. Like you just don't make yourself available as much anymore, and it's like you always have love for that person, you really do, but at this point there's a certain point in your life where you just really got to do you have to
Draw
take
the
care
line.
of your mental health. You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And truly like 100 times we're saying is that be around people that aren't gonna like bring your energy down. And so you just make yourself less available, and every single time you can't feel bad because you're taking care of yourself. So
Yeah.
how you do it is you just don't hang out with them. You just say, sorry, I'm busy. Sorry, I'm busy.
And just hopefully they take
sorry,
the
I'm
hint.
busy. And
Right.
yeah, so that would
So
be
pretty much take care of yourself. First.
take care of yourself. At some point you had to, and it's not even selfish, you have to take care of your mental health, and
That's
you have to
true,
take
yeah.
care of, right? It's like, so think about yourself.
What if it's like at school and like you see them every day?
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was
'Cause,
like,
like-
What would you
it's-
guys do?
It's weird because you're in. Oh, I don't. I'm out of high school. I'm fine.
But
No,
well,
maybe
in
like
college,
what would you
too.
do, bro?
Oh, college.
Like-
I have to stay. I just have to be
civil.
fake.
I think
Well, because you see them. It's
Yeah.
no,
easier.
yeah, I think it's like
There's
be
already people
civil,
I've
but
met that I don't
obviously
like,
don't
but-
Yeah.
don't be all
Yeah, you
like, oh my
don't.
god, you're my best friend.
Right.
You know, like you don't have to do more than you should. You
Yeah.
know, like if you don't want to hang out with them, don't hang out with other
Oh, just
people.
like, oh,
just
just-
go to a different group or go to a different area
Yeah.
that they stay in. Like if you see them like walking in the halls or if you're in the same class, like don't like have beef or like like be dramatic or anything. Just stay away when you can.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's all you can do if you see them every day.
So
Yeah.
like, when they said, "Oh, let's kick it," so he's like, "Oh no, I gotta be doing this. I gotta be doing that." So you just like tell them.
Yeah, just be like, oh, I have something. I have
Yeah.
a meeting at lunch, or like I gotta go do something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're lying, but you're lying for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, don't be. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
said,
just don't be
mean
mean.
about it.
Yeah, no, don't be mean.
No need
I
to
never
be
said
mean.
anything about being mean.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Always be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any experience about cutting people.
Oh, sorry.
I know
It's
that.
the core of friends that I have, we're so tight that we don't really have other people come in and out.
It's like the same ones?
Yeah, it's the same ones. So I think
Good
you
for
guys
you.
have. Yeah, yeah,
Right? Bravo.
yeah.
Lucky
very,
you.
very fortunate. So it's more like a question for you guys because
Because you guys have cut a lot of people.
yeah, because you guys
Okay.
have toxic people in your lives.
Not anymore.
I know that's good.
Okay. Here's a good one. Is it good to give your ex-best friend a second chance? How do you guys feel about second chances?
As someone who got a second chance, I believe in second chances. I think everyone deserves a second chance.
Deep, deep, deep.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us.
Come on now.
I don't want to publicize that story. I don't want to publicize that story, but
Yeah.
I think initially I was actually before this event happened. I didn't believe in second chances, but
Yeah.
it's sometimes people do really make a mistake that they
That's
just
right.
weren't thinking, and I can say that I was guilty of making a mistake where I wasn't thinking, and all I wanted to do was take it back. But you know, you learn from those things. You obviously can't take back what you do. You just got to learn from them.
Yeah, and trying to be better and prove to them that
Yeah.
you're better,
That's
Yeah,
right.
and
and
that you would never do it again.
yeah, so I got the
Yeah.
second chance, and I've been happy with it ever since. So yeah, I do believe
For a
in
believer
second
in
chances.
second chances. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
think-
believe in second chances.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's how people fight, right? It's like, don't you? When
I
you
give
fight,
him 1 million.
yeah, 1 million second chances.
It's like obviously
You
like
got 1 million chances.
I think it's like different. Like if you get cheated on, obviously you're not giving
it's
you another.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
situational.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
like,
the
you get
severity
cheated
of
on.
the-
Yeah,
then
the severity
no.
of what happened the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Cheating
Right,
for sure,
right.
no.
Yeah.
But
Once a
it's
cheater,
like,
always
you
a
know,
cheater.
Ex-best friend, if
I'm
it's
always
like,
trying
you know,
Like,
like
they-
your best, like especially in high school, it's like, oh, your best friend like started hanging out with the cool kids because they just wanted to start, you know, they start pushing you away. Well, you know, if he comes back around and he's like, hey, I want to be friends again, I'm like,
I think it's just like if they realize what they've done,
Yeah.
or just like if you guys have grown and like
Yeah.
you guys
If
are
you
worthy
believe
of
that
a
something's
second
going
chance.
to change.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest factor, that there has to be a factor of trust that there will be change. Because if
Yeah,
nothing
I think so
changes,
too.
then there's
Then
no
it's-
Yeah,
growth.
but
It's
then
gonna
you'll
end the same.
You'll find out real
Yeah.
quick though. If
Right.
Nothing's changed.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah,
Then you're like, oh, that's why I didn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I know. I feel like I have like big trust issues.
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
Our whole family does.
Not dad though, because
I don't-
he has
I
his
don't
I
know.
core
know.
No.
friends.
Dad
Perfect
doesn't
little,
have-
perfect
No,
little
I
life.
believe in I believe in second chances because like how you got to let that person grow, right? Because you don't know why they did what they did, and then if they realize what they did, and they own up to it,
And they want to change.
and they want to change, and they have changed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Sure.
You give them this the
They
chance
finna do
to
what they
like,
want to do.
to like come back in your life. So
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I believe in it. It's like it's like I think it's like
It'll-
I mean, if you get all religious, right? You forgive people how many times? It's like, and then Jesus said 70 times. That's how many times you forgive them, because it might take that many chances for him to be a better person. So he just keeps growing and growing.
So you
and
stop
growing.
at 70, or is it like a
No, so it's, obviously it's gonna be like
to keep
different, right?
forgiving and for
I think it's
gonna
just
be
a
different.
metaphor that like
it,
you.
it depends on the severity of the action that
I mean,
person
I
did.
get that if it's like parents to children, then you keep forgiving your children if they're making mistakes and stuff. But
Oh, you're talking about like
I think that's
relationship.
just pure insanity to forgive someone 70 times.
yeah.
for what they did.
No, actually, yeah.
I know. I'm
wouldn't even-
I'm
yeah.
just giving an analogy. Like,
I'd say to let someone step on you how many times and
Yeah, yeah,
continue
you
to let
don't
it
wanna be
happen.
obviously you
push
won't.
that's
do
on
it,
you.
Like 70 times. I'm just saying. It's like I think that was given religiously. You're supposed to forgive someone and give them another chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think it's a complete gut feeling. It has to be. It's different in every situation. In your
Yes.
situation,
it
if
depends on the situation.
you know, what did your ex-best friend do, and if you guys were to rebuild a relationship that you guys had, is it what you expect, and is it something that you want to rebuild?
Yeah.
And if it is, then talk about it. See if you guys are on the same page, how you guys are going to do it. I guess it doesn't have to be that serious, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
You gotta have
Just
that
totally
trust.
depends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
like-
we all say yes then.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom always said it was a gut feeling. With everything that you do, you just you have a gut feeling. Something is saying yes or no, and you just always got to follow it.
That's.
Dude.
I mean,
That's
Good.
I go by that to this day.
this is the one thing that has no reason, and that's exactly why you should do it.
Yeah.
It's your intuition.
Yeah.
Nice.
depends. It depends on the situation.
It depends on. Obviously, you don't
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
want to act off your subconscious.
I always do. I go off my gut all the time.
Yeah, because your gut is like, it's kind of
It's
like,
what you feel inside.
Mm-hmm.
it's like God telling you. It's like God talking.
God
to
is
you.
gut. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
God is gut.
Let's see. How do you tell someone that you don't want to date them but still want to stay as friends?
Oh.
Oh, I've done that before a lot.
That's a little messy though. I feel like
No, I think there
You
is
think
a
it'll
right way to
work?
do that, and that this has to be.
you think it'll
answered.
like actually they'll stay as friends.
No, I think that I don't think that the result will be the same. I think that it's necessary to convey that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
In the
But, like,
proper
do you think
way.
it'll actually work? Like they'll want to stay friends with you. Here, let's just say how do you tell
yeah,
them?
but so let's go on. Let's go
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Because
Well,
yes, but they're just holding on to hope.
Mm-hmm.
So in the
Exactly.
let's say
Exactly.
in the situation where a guy likes a girl, or I guess it could be generalized, but from my personal experience, when I was put in the friend zone, the only reason why I was okay with being put in the friend zone was because I was okay with waiting another year to ask her out again. That was it.
It's like, it gave you hope.
Oh, because you
That's
were
it.
just waiting for the
Yeah.
right time to pounce.
So it's like when I shot my, it's like I shot my shot.
That's just what. Okay, sorry, keep going.
It's like I shot my shot, and like it's not like she swatted it away, but like she rolled the ball for me. So it's like I get to try again.
I
don't know.
It
Like,
gives
she
you
gave-
What she
false
said
hope.
is that because she said, "Oh, maybe next year." I'll
No. They don't even have to say
No.
that. They could say I want to be friends.
See, usually, okay, I'll be the girl in this situation, right? Like the guy likes me.
I could tell you. This,
I don't. No, okay, just listen. Listen.
I could probably
No,
pull
I
up a
know what I'm
text.
just saying. I'm saying they'll just be like, oh, I don't think, like, oh, this is what they'll say. We're better off as friends. Like, I think, I don't want to
I don't
ruin our
wanna ruin the
friendship.
friendship.
That's what they say. That's what they
That's
say.
so
I don't want to
generic,
ruin
yeah.
the friendship. Like, we're just better off as friends. Like, we just have a good thing going. I don't think we should mess that up.
That's like the number one saying.
Exactly. So then you stay friends with them. Sorry, Christian, but he was hoping that if he would stay friends with the girl, then maybe it would lead to something.
Yeah.
But guess what? It didn't, because the girl, she still feels that way. Like, she
Get-
doesn't want.
Yeah, guess what ended up happening? I asked the girl out 7 different times. I got rejected 5 times. The other 2 times, I got some type of. It wasn't rejection, but it definitely wasn't acceptance.
I applaud the courage, son.
Thank you.
Yeah, respect, bro.
I'd
yeah,
say for the
sorry
first
about
3 or
it,
4.
but-
I'd say for the first 3 or 4 times it was courage. For the last 3 times it was definitely you needed to give up.
Yeah. I
Because
know.
I think that's just like God telling you like that wasn't the person for you.
I agree.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I just didn't know that.
Totally.
I didn't know that concept at all,
Yeah,
and the whole
yeah.
concept of self-worth as well. Just being
Right.
able to walk away from a
I feel
girl
like
that.
people just need to accept what people are trying to tell them.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, because instead of forcing it.
Yeah,
Or instead of believing what you want to.
making
Right.
up something in their head, like making it like, I want them to be this way, so I'm gonna think a different way. It's like they're telling you, so pay attention.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's like, don't force anything to happen. Like, it'll just happen if it's meant to.
Yeah.
Right.
I always thought that if a girl wanted to friend zone a guy or reject a guy in any way, that it should be very blunt, and if it's not blunt, at least it
Straightforward.
should be clear.
Right.
It's never clear, but there are signs that nobody ever wants to pay attention to, right? So it's like
Wait, what?
no one's gonna say, "Hey, boy, I am not interested. I never will be. You are not my
Oh,
type.
yeah.
I'm not
No one's
attracted
gonna
to
say
you."
that.
No one's gonna just
That's
flat
true.
out say that because
Well,
They
I'm
don't
not
wanna be
expecting
mean.
you have
that.
feelings.
No, but what are you expecting for them
Yeah,
to
would
say
you
that?
do that? I mean, yeah.
No, but
that's like
it's-
so insensitive.
it is insensitive. But
Yeah.
but when you're saying like, "Oh, I need someone to be straight up,"
Yeah, it's basically saying like, oh, it's never gonna
it's
happen.
never
so
gonna
stop
happen.
trying. Like,
you
that's
know?
so mean.
So it's
I could
hard
never.
for someone to say that, right? It's like, oh, it's
You know what?
it's
I can't
never
lie
gonna
to.
happen.
The one time that I did have to like friend zone a girl, I beat around the bush of
Yeah,
saying
right?
like
Like,
I
you don't
wasn't
actually,
Yeah,
like,
because you
straight
don't
up
wanna hurt
say
your
it.
feelings.
Yeah, I
Like,
said something
obviously,
along the lines of
it
like
would be
I'm
nice.
I'm
It would-
seeing another.
It would be nice to know the straight up answer so that you could just like, stop trying.
Right.
But they're not actually gonna say that.
yeah. Like if they're not calling you,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're not texting
Yeah,
you back.
guys, just take the hint. Just look at what's going
Vice
on.
versa. It's like just you know.
they're not paying attention to you. They probably don't want to.
Yeah.
So
I mean, out of
That's
this,
true.
yeah, girls. I don't know what advice you'd have for girls in this situation, but
if they got friend zoned by a boy.
or even
like
if they
usually
had
it's
to
like the
friend zone.
girlfriends.
Because
do you
technically the
mean?
question is if you have to friend zone.
Oh, like how do you do it,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah, that's the question. It's like how do you friend zone someone, basically, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
the
how.
nicest way, like that.
Oh, the nicest way to
Oh,
friend
yeah.
zone somebody.
so it's either the beat around the bush or
Or be
straight
blunt.
up.
My bluntness has always been
Jesus.
Well, I'm blunt, but I do
scary.
it with like a laugh.
Respect.
Respect, but yeah, but it's like it's
Like
kind
a
of a
joke?
joke, but it's
scary
not.
though.
Yeah. Who, me?
When you're blunt and you actually say what you want to, yeah, it's kind
And
of
then you laugh after.
Yeah, you're like,
But it's just
yeah,
a,
you say it.
It's just a personal pistol.
Right, you say it and you're like, but it's like,
No, it's not gonna happen. It's like,
No, for real.
actually, though,
It's like, dang, that's messy.
crazy.
No, I don't
That's-
do it like that.
That's not
You just
funny
said that was
at
you,
all.
you were
No,
gonna
I'm
do.
just saying the way I say it will just be like, boy, you're crazy. You know we're better as friends. Come on now. Like, you know, like,
But
you know, like,
that sounds like you're flirting.
you know, no,
yeah, that
you know
is
what I'm saying? But I try to say in a lighter
No,
way.
I wouldn't think she's fine. I'd be shut down.
You
Oh,
would
yeah,
feel?
If I heard that,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, boy, but then I'm saying it in a way where it's not so serious. Like, I'm not saying like, look, buddy.
oh,
Like, you
yeah,
know, it's
that's
more
I
true.
think
like
that's good
that's
to,
true.
Yeah.
to make sure it doesn't go awkward. Because that's, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. I think most
make them
people
feel
just
comfortable.
fear
Yeah.
it going awkward like
Yeah,
that.
oh, that's so awkward.
And not everyone knows how to just
yeah,
like,
it's like, you know that's not gonna happen. Come on now.
Why do you have an accent?
I'm like, she's flirting.
Dad's like, should I put it back?
Giving me the eye. I don't know.
Dad got the wrong side.
That's funny.
Oh, she's really into
Yeah,
it.
but you know what? I think in the end, people just want to know the truth. So if you can say it in a nice way,
just tell them what
Yeah.
they need to know. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, just tell them straight out.
yeah.
It's not gonna happen. Just friends.
Okay, well, is there anything else we didn't touch on with friends?
Oh, I'll say this. When I friend zoned this girl who liked me in high school. No, but this was because
cool, yeah, it's an
some
experience.
other girl told me she was like, hey, I did this to another guy. You should try this, and it worked.
What was it?
It was tell the girl that you guys aren't gonna date during like set a time. So I told the girl, I was like, hey, I don't like you right now. I don't know if things are gonna change anytime throughout the school year or even after you graduate, but I just want you to know that I'm very focused on school. I don't want a relationship right now, and I don't want you to have hope for us having a relationship at all during the time that we're in
You
high
said
school.
all that? You said all that?
But is that how you really feel though?
Yeah, I
Or
didn't
are
like her
you
at all.
just saying that
I didn't
to
want
beat
her to-
around the bush?
What do you mean
How is he
beat around the
beating
bush?
around the bush? if he
She
says all
knew
that?
I wasn't. She knew
No,
that
but
I
then
didn't like her.
but you're giving her hope. It's like, oh, maybe
you're
after
not
this year, then
Oh,
what about
that's
next year?
true.
When you're not as busy.
I guess I guess after high school, there's that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So-
You know
it's
what I
like,
said? I was like, I'm not ready for a relationship.
There's no right way to do it.
Yeah, just
It's
just
honestly
try
hard.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
It's kind of tough though because if you do like truly want to stay friends with that person, but they like you, it probably won't end up like you probably won't end up staying friends with them.
I mean, I know it's different with like you guys growing up and stuff, but when I was, I don't know, before I met Dad, every guy I hung out with that was like a guy, like
What?
no, everyone
like-
I hung out with that was a guy.
They just.
Oh,
just-
sorry. I thought you
they
said
just-
every guy I
like,
hung
they
out
liked
with
you.
that was a
They,
guy.
I mean, I'm not like, but it's true. They ended up like liking me.
Exactly. Oh, I've
So
seen
it
this
was
on
like
TikTok.
it was hard for me to hang out with.
Yep.
No, yeah.
On TikTok, they're
Because
like,
it's that flirting, laughing thing you do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
it's
he
true,
shouldn't
it's
do
true.
that.
but yeah, I've seen on TikTok that like guys are only friends with girls that they want something like out of it.
But is that entirely true though? I don't know, because I'm friends with all of Dad's friends, but not like I guess not.
no,
No,
but
but they're
you
all
were friends
married.
with
I'll
him.
say
You were
this.
friends
Yeah,
with him
they're-
after
I'll say this.
getting with
All
Dad.
the girls that I was friends with,
You thought were pretty or cute. Right?
it's because I liked them.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
got close
exactly.
to them and I was friends with them
Oh, God, I love this
because I
topic.
liked them.
That's exactly
And
why it
now
won't
to
work.
this day,
Yeah.
now that I have a girlfriend and I don't like them, I am no longer friends with them because
The girls.
It's true.
Yeah, because you got what you.
Yeah.
Because-
got what you wanted.
You got-
Yeah, you got your.
Yeah,
you got your
even,
princess.
even me and
well, it's
Dad.
like when I gave up pursuing this girl, it was like what went down with it was the friendship too. It was like I stopped talking to her too.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Because I'm not talking to you to build our friendship. I'm talking to you so
build
you
a
can be my
relationship.
girlfriend.
So just so you know, you're probably not gonna stay friends with that person if you.
I don't know. I don't want to generalize it, but that was just my experience.
Well, are you friends with those people now?
The guys?
Yeah.
No, 'cause they all liked
Obviously
me.
not.
Would you like that?
No, no, I'm just saying, you're saying you're not trying to generalize it. But
Oh
that's
no,
pretty
no,
good.
no,
That's-
but
no,
it's
but
it's
it's-
true,
That's
right?
the thing. You
I'm-
really can't
yeah.
generalize this because
No,
it's like the
everybody's
situation
different.
earlier.
Yeah. No,
Everything
yeah.
depends on the situation
Yeah,
you're in
yeah,
and the
Okay,
people that you're
100%.
working
I'm
with.
just saying off of stuff I've seen, of stuff of
Yeah, based on
I've
your
experienced.
experience.
My experience. That's
Yeah,
right.
me too.
Based
yeah,
on
but everybody
personal
can have different
experience.
experiences. I'm
That's
just
right.
I'm just here to say mine.
There's our 2 cents, guys.
With boys, girls, just anytime the opposite gender's involved, it always just gets messy.
Messy.
Because there's something there.
Boys are evil.
Oh, girls
You can
too.
say the same thing about girls.
Time to stop.
Okay, well, that was fun. I guess we ended up talking about friends the whole time.
Friends, relationships.
Well, it's
all
very
the above.
important. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
That was fun.
it's
Yeah,
a
we
good-
should do that again next week. Just see if they have questions that they want us to
Yeah.
Like
answer.
follow-ups.
Yeah, because that's literally what we just did. We just,
A lot of
Yeah.
people do that too. Some people do follow-ups.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, because we
dresses.
really had no clue what we were talking about today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for sending in your little confessions.
Yeah.
If you would like to be a part
Questions?
of that next time, follow us on Instagram at the Laeno Family.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Because we'll probably do
Episode
that
2.
next time. Yeah, we did it.
Complete.
Yeah.
Two.
Here we
Yeah.
go, Spotify.
Oh, just kidding. We'll see.
We like the
What are
yeah.
you doing? YouTube?
Yeah,
That's what we're doing right now.
Oh yeah.
We like the podcast. So if you guys want to keep seeing them, we will keep making
Yeah.
them happily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop down in the comments what kind of topics you want us to say.
Talk about.
Oh, you're dancing.
Okay, yeah. So thanks
Like
for
how to
joining.
flirt with
into-
someone.
Okay, Dad.
That's my line.
That's my language.
Oh, are we doing the outro? Like,
Oh, do we have a different outro for the podcast?
No, we just say bye. I think.
yeah, that's
right?
all right.
Oh, are we doing the?
Or see you next time on Live, Love, Laeno.
Yep. See you next time.
See you next time.
Or we should go like live, laugh, Laeno.
It's love and go out like
And then just walk away.
Just walk away.
And then come back.
No, go down, honey, and then go back up. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Woo! Protect your peace.